Hello everyone, welcome to Flip Classroom. Here's a lesson. It's lesson 3.1 and here's your objective. I will be able to add and subtract decimals. I think you're going to do a great job with this because there's one really important thing to remember, and that's just lining up your place value spots and your decimal. Let's take a number such as maybe 14 and 23. Let's just start without decimals. Alright, notice how my ones are lined up and my tens are lined up. And then I throw my decimal point in there, alright, and they're lined up too. Then my tenths, let's put a 5/10 there, and maybe 6/10 there. So I have 14 and 5/10 and 23 and 6/10. Notice how they're lined up. You could throw some hundredths in there. Alright, they're lined up. So that's the right thing to do. When you're adding and subtracting decimals, you need to be able to do that. You don't want to do something like this. Notice how the decimals are not lined up, and I have tens over ones, okay? And other mistakes as well. So, lining up place value and your decimal points, extremely important. Let's jump right in, and it says it right there. It is extremely important to line up decimals and place value spots when adding and subtracting decimals. Alright, so I have two examples we're going to try right here. I have 42 and 35 hundredths and 7 and 4/10. Notice how everything is lined up perfectly, well, at least perfectly for me. Alright, because even I have sloppy handwriting, but I try my best when I do my decimals. Alright, I have no tens on my bottom number. I have ones, my decimal points are lined up. I have my tenths and hundredths, and I don't have a hundredth there. I can place a zero here if I want to. I don't have to, okay? It's just keeping my place value spot. It might help you if you do to keep it nice and organized. Alright? Some people make the mistake when writing this number to put the 4 or the tenth underneath the hundredths. Don't do that. Alright? Know that your tenths line up together. So let's add it. 5 plus nothing, I'll keep the 0 there, equals 5. 3 plus 4 equals, you guessed it, 7. Good job. I bring my decimal point down. Alright. Then 2 plus 7 equals 9. And 4 plus nothing equals 4. But really, I know that's really 40 plus nothing equals 40 because that's my tens place value. So my answer is 49 and 75 hundredths. Some of you might want to say 49.75. I'm okay with that right now. But let's try to get used to using the right vocabulary. Here we go. This is an example of what not to do. Alright, I showed you that already, but look what happens when I add this up if I don't line up my decimal points in the right spot. So I'm just going to add this up. I have 9, 7 plus 3 is 10, 2 plus nothing plus 1 is 3, and where do I put my decimal point? Maybe we'll put it right here, okay? So I have 43 and 9 hundredths. Well, you know that's not right, because if we took off the decimals, what's 42 plus 7? 42 plus 7 is 49. So 43 does not make sense as the right answer. And why is that? What happened? Well, my ones were lined up with my tenths. My ones need to be lined up with my ones, okay? Place value spotting is very important, and lining up your decimals. If you line up your decimal, you should be pretty good with your place value spots. So this one is a big no. Good? Bad. Alright, moving on. And we could also check our answers by estimating to see if it makes sense, which we just kind of did. I got ahead of myself there. I'm going to estimate this to be 42 and that to be 7, like I said. I'm sorry for being repetitive. I talk a lot. 42 plus 7 equals 49. Alright, so my answer should be near 49. Let's add it up now. I have 5 plus nothing. I'll throw a 0 in there because it helps me keep it organized. I have 5. 3 plus 4 equals 7. Bring down my, good job, decimal point. 2 plus 7 equals 9. And 4 plus nothing equals 4. And I have 49 and 75 hundredths. That makes a whole lot more sense right there. Okay? Same deal for subtraction. Okay, same exact deal right here. So I have 5 and 774 thousandths minus 2 and 371 thousandths. Not sure why I drew an arrow there, but let's do the problem right here. Okay, I have everything. Let's check and make sure I have everything lined up. My thousandths, my hundredths, my tenths, my decimal points, and my ones. Well, I forgot that for a second. Okay. Well, actually, I think I drew this arrow because I wanted to estimate first. This is really close to 6, and that's really close to 2. So 6 minus 2 equals 4. So if I'm estimating my answer, it would be about 4. Okay? So this answer should be about 4. It's not going to exactly be, but let's find out. All right. 4 minus 1, 3. There goes my hundredths, or my thousandths, sorry. 7 minus 7 is nothing. 7 minus 3 equals 4. Bring down my decimal point, and 5 minus 2 equals 3. All right, so 3 and 403 thousandths is close enough to 4, so that's why I estimated first to see if my answer made sense, and it does. Okay, you don't have to do that, but if you want to check your work, which you should probably do from time to time, estimation to see if you're right. All right, now I want you to take out your homework notebooks, and you have 3 problems to do for me. Nothing too crazy, all right? You have 14 and 7 tenths, sorry, plus 87 and 9 tenths. What you need to remember to do is turn this horizontal into vertical, and do that for all of these, okay? Your subtraction problem, and you have 2 subtraction problems actually. I will write your first one together just so we're clear. So I have 14 and 7 tenths plus 87 and 9 tenths. Notice how I lined everything up. My tens, my ones, my decimal points, and my tenths. Everything's lined up. So that one's ready for you to add. You just have to add it. Make sure you do the same thing for 2 and 3. Bring me your homework tomorrow, and I'll see you when I see you.